Hello and welcome. That's a very quick start to the stream, and because I've been not very well prepared, this is the Wednesdays. Wednesday Means War, organised by the HELLEU, and there's the professional in blue chat. But actually, let me just make sure I'm not stood in some random spawn of a tank or vehicle. Sorry. So we are playing Kharkov. If you can't already tell, we are playing Saint Mary as the midpoint. And I'm aware you don't have any sound. You should now have sound. Right. Let me just straighten up these logos because it's going to bother me. Yeah, this is the reason I was a little bit late and started so promptly after the starting soon screen. It was because I realised I had the American faction up, and yeah, I totally forgot that they are technically called allies, but it's the Soviets, which I'm going to have to try and remember, which I will probably not keep up with. But anyway, this is the multi-clan friendly, a little bit of it together with some representatives from each of the clans. Just going to wet the whistle with a Pepsi. It's been very warm today, so I am sweating in this box. I'm in a gaming shed. For those that don't know, and it gets rather hot in here. Right, we've got some blue chat antics in the. Oh dear, 2 casualties already for the Soviets, and there has been some shots fired. I think we've got one of the tanks, or was it the artillery, already firing off? I'm not sure. Supplies down. I can't tell if that's okay. Anyway, we've got the trucks moving in. No one in blue chat on that truck. Anyone in Black Shark's truck? But I can't tell which commander. Okay, that's a fairly empty truck. But anyway, right, back to the main meat grind, which is Saint Mary. Let's make sure everything is as it should be. Yes, it is. Right, okay. Yeah, it's 49 v 49. Immortal artillery, immortal nodes. No Panther. No, wait. Yeah, it's the Germans, isn't it? Yeah, of course it is. There is. Wait, is it the? I've been stupid. Yeah, it is. Okay, right. No Panther, and I don't know what tank it's. You only get 1 heavy on Russians, right? God, this is going to show, by the way, that I am not up to speed with Russian tanks. T-34 is the only one I can remember off the top of my head, so I will just be referring to them as light, medium, and heavy. But I assume there's still the Panther band and 1 heavy from Russian, but you can't get 2, I don't think. Got Wigan Smackhead on a aggressive position for the Axis. Been a busy man today, and he's been out of the comms, but he's made it here tonight. Rocking the winter camo, keeping his position hidden, if he can. We've got Smith, Rosa, Panzerfahrt's up, not for long, no longer in the tower. But we got the Axis with multiple soldiers inside the Church of Saint Mary, or Saint Mary. Saint Mary, sorry. And a first cap from the Axis. Soviets on the back foot. We've got SpongeBob, High Voltage, Q Badger moving in from the west. Sorry, I can't remember the map orientation. Bloody hell! Look at this on the map. We've got everyone congested in the 4 cap squares. Really, only a couple of scouts and recon maybe outside of the cap area. So it will just be 3-3 on the point. Both teams will be aware. We've got clatter in the church. Got artillery coming down from the professional. Lighting up the church, making it very difficult for the Axis to hold on to that. Green Cat, along with Jonas and Nano, all gunned down by Wigan. Unsure where that strafing run came into, but looks like it was trying to get the church. Dial and Boff on the western side, taking down Smith. Dial with kill on Smith, which he's asked me to tally if possible in the pre-game. Sorry, I was messing around so much in pre-game that I've very much rushed into this, hence the prompt start after the waiting screen, which I've already mentioned, so shut up, man. Dial, Q-Badger, Stephen Boff. Q-Badger falling victim to enemy fire, but looks like Dial's found a lovely position here, looking towards the church, and takes down 2. Gets his rifle reloaded. SVT, I believe, which I quite enjoy using, but sausage surprise around the corner. Is it going to be a surprise for Dial? It is not, and he gets 2. Sausage caught with his pants down, but Smith ready for the... No way! Dial's on a tear! This guy has had his Weetabix. Oh, okay, there we go. That's the curse. One big up compliment, and then clatter pops up from the wooden cart, and Dial is no more. But a great little killing spree on the western side of the church there from Dial. Glad I caught that. I'm sure he'll be pleased. Now the Axis seem to have set up pretty nicely with all the OPs lumped in the southwest of St. Mary, but we've got the Soviet recon squad, Crooner and Dead Otter, over on the southeast side of the point, and they are just watching over for these Red Line Garys, which there are currently 2 of, which we'll map analysis shortly, but there's so many bodies in this central area that map analysis isn't going to really benefit us here. I mean, we could do a real-time... Oh God, stick drift is kicking in again. But pretty much... Also, I haven't fixed the bug with the... I don't know why I lose sound sometimes, but all the... I don't know where they are specifically, but I'm going to guess there's a garrison. There's a garrison over here, and OPs. They're going to push in down here and into the church. But then similarly, all of the OPs, as previously mentioned, for the Axis are in the southwest corner. And over on... No, I can't really see the red line, and you can't see because of my stupid face, but we'll move over there shortly. But let's get back into the sound of this game. But that's all you're going to see, really, is everyone's pushing in from the west side of the church. There's a very open road to the east, so it's not very... I mean, some people are trekking that way. Got Bryn, along with Langus, following up T9, GS, and Private Seb, who've managed to get themselves in a very good position. I mean, that's a perfect MG spot. I can't fit through this window, unfortunately, Seb, but we'll move around into the doorway and see what you can look at. Over the shoulder, POV for Seb. Guns down Hirsute. But then he's under fire from Green Cat, who has spotted the threat. Has not just tunnel visioned the church. Gets the shot onto GS, takes him down, and the advantageous position has been denied. Got Bourbon, Daddy Dooku, and Ronnie in the light tank. Sorry, I can't remember what these are called, but light, medium, and heavy is all you need to know to be a caster. Definitely not required for comp, I guess. But we'll leave that one out. Steve, Covblaze, and Boff moving in, following maybe one of the squad leaders as well. Not sure who's in what squad here, but Dial is a squad leader ahead of them. maybe leading them in. We've got Rafis and Dial now leading the charge and flipping the cap. However, there is some pressure onto Windmill, which has been dealt with accordingly. But now the Axis are moving bodies into the jungle. Terry, Steph, Pappy and Clatter, who have taken down Tani, but SpongeBob remains. They'll be following up. We've got Wigan and Panzerfahrts on the northwest corner of the church, which is very much the Soviets' backline and where their main garrison is, I think. Probably see it somewhere around here. Yeah, there we go, just by the 150 box drop. And we've got recon plane up across the front line of the Soviets. We've got some long rockets coming in from Ben Lippy-4. But I'm not sure who took him out there. Probably Zika or Panzerfahrts. But these boys are holding a very nice angle onto the backside of the Soviets here. Yeah, this is the first game I've had to use that Soviet badge, by the way, which is again why I was in such a fluster. But apologies if I say allies at any point. It's very much drilled into me, given that I've only ever cast an American v German map. Smith trading out, Tiny getting revenge, and Clatter moving around this building now to seek the man that took down his squad leader. And I think he may get it, but Boff is also there, so the Boff v Clatter showdown now. Boff trekking through, probably thinking the footsteps are his teammate and not realising that Clatter is hiding in the attic. Now there's a... Oh, here we go. Clatter misses the shot on Boff, but Boff now alerted. Does not want to engage 1v1 with the advantageous position. Advantage being in Clatter, given that he knew exactly where he would come from. Clatter left to his own devices. Boff moving up to the church. Now the cap moving beyond halfway. I've missed a little bit of this, but the Boff v Clatter showdown that I thought was on the cards has been cancelled, and Dial falls victim to Thomas, Terry, Steph or Pax. Not sure which one, but all within shooting range. No one in the top of the tower. But I think the top of the tower is under heavy fire from AT and small arms fire. Why is my ring doorbell going off so much? It went off once, but it's gone off twice now. It's my wife. Right, anyway. What's going on here then? What's going on here then? I think it's time, maybe, map analysis. Yeah, I think we've got map analysis on the card. So we've got 3 garrisons from... let's zoom in a little bit. That's a lovely zoom. Oh, hang on, Windmills is getting capped. Never mind. Cancel that. Cancel that. What's happening on Windmills? We've got defensive units taking down the tank that was causing problems there. I'm sorry I missed that, but it looks like it was Girth D. Brooks that took down the tank with an AT rocket. Got Brecky Boff, Pedersen, and Dial now running in just to ensure that the mop-up has been carried out correctly. I can see a name that I really want to go and check in on, but I won't do it because it will cause death. But we've got Kertakhammer and Kirk 1v1ing here. Oh no, there's more than just Kirk now. We've got an OP down. That's a very sneaky place for an OP, just covered by the lip of the hill. Kirk and Jim Tom on a very sneaky position now, not spotted by the Soviet defensive forces, but got Ninek and Fletch Jr. on this OP, the recon class. But Pedersen moving up, taken down by the sniper rifle or a rifle of Ninek. Boff getting the revenge and will he clear the OP? Fletch was waiting, and Fletch takes him down, keeps the OP up and allows his squad leader, his spotter, to return to the front line. But now Dial moving up, and I'm not sure if they'll survive the wrath of Dial with a grenade towards the OP or two. And think he thought the OP was in a different location, but OP destroyed. Ninek. Oh, he didn't realise there was two of them. He saw the one, but didn't realise there was two. But now I think Ninek is going to get his OP back down. Medium tank. Heavy tank. Looks like a big boy. Look at the wide tracks. I'm gonna have to Google this to like not humiliate myself because I'll be doing it the whole stream, and then there'll be loads of comments like, "Oh, at 36 minutes, you said this was a medium, and it's actually a heavy tank." Soviet tanks, hell let loose. Can't believe I'm doing this on stream. Right, that is the T-30. Where are the boxes? Why can't I see the boxes on the photo, man? I feel so dumb right now. I don't know what level of tank this is. Oh wait, hang on, I can just look at the map. How stupid am I? Medium, it's a T-34. Christ almighty. Right, I'm leaving that up. KV-1, T-34, the Recon, the BA-10, like I'd remember that, and the T-26 light tank, like, it's just a letter and numbers, man. Right, after that little carry on, this was like a good little showdown between Bumbucklad to Brad and his squad, Aston, SpongeBob and Healdy, against T9, Private 7, GS, who have really been pushing this this eastern side. They've pushed this row of houses where Nano is and High Voltage and the like, but they've moved even further out now and they're pushing towards windmills. Now, is now the right time for map analysis, or is... Nope, it's not the right time because St. Mary's getting capped. Sorry guys, too much action going on here. A lot of people were a bit, let's see, what's the word, disgruntled by Kharkov as the map selection tonight, but I actually quite like this map. I think it plays quite nicely. I like that tanks get a good shot at this map. It's not quite as bad as some other maps. For the whoa, that guy just went. Andy Mack just went flying. For tank overpoweredness, if that's a word. High Voltage somehow surviving, bandaging up, but now the cap is about a third of the way through. Got Camrad v Smith. If they run into each other, they're just other side of the wall to one another. We've got Smith. We've got Camrad. Look at this! Oh, Smith has decided not to push to peak. Camrad. Oh dear me. Oh dear me, the rocket sails past unknown tribute with the push or the PS hitch that I will call push for the rest of the stream, given that's what I called it growing up on all the Call of Duties that I played. The push. I know it's not. Yeah, whatever. Deal with it. It's like Camrad, Unknown Tribute, and Boff. I mean, Boff was in there, but was sent to respawn. But it looks like they may get this cap through here. About 75% of the way there. Q Badger, Covblaze Fan, and Cactus in support. Only Pax and Weeby Devi on the contest now, but they have managed to contest. They've got Thomas. Thomas falls, so does Smith, and that might just be enough for the Soviets to overthrow St. Mary. God, I've got an itchy nose tonight. Looks like they're going to just hold the ground. Terry Steph just MG set up. OP respawn from Thomas, and Pax has managed to contest the point in the last 5%. But more bodies have come in from the Soviets, and they are going to get this capped, I think. Cap through to Soviets. Well done. The likes of Q Badger and Unknown Tribute, or Tribute Unknown. Can't remember which way round it was. Very well played there. That was good. That was impressive. Impressive. Let's see Paul Allen's card. Right, anyway. Let's see where the game plays out from here. So we've got Lumberyard as the next point. Sorry, I should have maybe looked over this at the very start of the game, but I didn't have much time between the start of the cast and the start of the game. So, got Lumberyard as the next point. Already got defensive garrisons up all over this point. Actually, we've got garrison, 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 allowing for if one goes down, you've got two backups really. So a lovely defensive setup now. Supplies drop just here for the axis, so I assume they're going to get. That's going to be their garrison setup here, is those four in that kind of arrangement. But they still have a lot of OPs in this section here, allowing them to still keep some pressure up onto St. Mary. I keep saying Marie because that's what all the other churches are bloody called. But anyway, yeah, let's. Looks like the Axis are going to get. Sorry. What I just discussed, this was Axis. And now the Soviets are going to get a garrison up off of this. That's not what they look like. It's a little flag, isn't it, like that? They're going to get a garrison up on this western side. And we'll see how that goes for them now. But anyway, that's the map analysis section over with. And it looks like Axis are really getting some more pressure on the point. That OP respawns really coming in clutch here. And not allowing the Soviets to really progress forward. But the defensive garrison getting built up by Major Khan. Wonderful work, putting some time aside to ensure that the team can respawn in an appropriate area for the defense. And it looks like they'll maybe get a garrison up over by this repair station for the distance from between these two. Oh no, they've already got one. They've already got one back a bit of a way, but about 200 meters from the strong point isn't terrible. Let's see how both teams are set up, shall we, over the midpoint. Obviously, the midpoint is where most of the action will happen, unless this goes to 4th and 5th, but I usually end up keeping the camera well over the midpoint. Let's check in with the tanks whilst we have a little. We got a big flank going on over here from one of my favorite names ever to announce in these games. We've got Joke and Black Shark over here, who are probably spotting said tank and have heard it pass, but I don't think the tank. Yes, Joke is looking back at them. Just have to double check. I wasn't telling porkies, but we have Ross 89, we have my favourite Bumhead 2, and we have Player with Bunch of Numbers as the tank crew for this medium now flanking around. Now where are... So Ronnie, Daddy Dooku and Bourbon are in the KV-1 far to the east of the map. And I don't think there'll be a sight line for the tanks onto one another, but they are sitting pretty deep into enemy territory here in the P4. Creeping forward. Probably shots onto Jonas here. Maybe Tito. Oh, a rocket out from Ben Le P4. Going after the P4. So he is an expert on P4s, but can he get the rocket just right? He's down to one more rocket left, but I am going to follow the POV of the tank because Grozekoki is on the flank for a garrison. Not a recon class, by the way, but way out here by himself. Along with Zika. Yeah, the one SBS boy is on the wide flank, and now we've got Alabom with an engineer. Maybe trying to get a satchel play out here. But Zika taking taking the spotter down, the officer. I don't mean spotter as in recon. I mean spotter of the tank. Guy who was updating the tank pings. Now, is the supply truck going to last very long? I'm not sure. P4 gun is turning as fast as it can. Taking aim. Misses the shot onto the supply truck. And the supply truck gets away unscathed. And onto the midpoint. Now, this is an interesting position for the P4. Now, all it takes is one... Oh dear. Here we go. Here's the. Let me just consult my tank guide. I think the T28 was its name. T26. You see, I was close, but I would have made a fool of myself to some of the tank experts watching. But we've got the T26 now. Doesn't look like a T26, does it? I don't think it is a T26. It's definitely not a T26. But it is under fire. It's the T70. For God's sake, man. Oh, they get 2 medium tanks, right? Is that right? Could be wrong. Either way, one of them will be banned to even up the tank availability to commanders. Here we are with the step family, step bro, step dad, step mom. In the IS-1. I do know that the IS-1 has like a funky turret, like the oval shape rather than the boxy shape of the others. Bombing run out. Oh jeez, I'm gonna get flamed for missing this. Bombing run out from the Axis, stormed through St. Mary. But now recon plane is out for the Soviets, and they're going to get a lot on this recon plane. That's going to be a very, very good recon plane as far as intel. Everyone seems to be spawning on this house over here. Even more coming in now by the time this recon plane's passed overhead. There you go, there's the recon plane. Oh dear, what have I done? Sorry. Recon plane passes over, and all of these will be lit up now on the map. And they'll see the concentration of raspberries. The artillery out from Axis onto the back line. Looks like I took down a few. Right, sorry, back to the main action. I've been rambling on some absolute tripe. Right, let's have a look. Green Cat, Smash 69, and Boff. Off of the recon plane, both Boff and Green Cat will have visibility of this recon plane, given that Boff is on support. Getting to see the intel from the recon plane, and all guns are looking in the direction of. Even the artillery now is raining down on the position of these 4 OPs now. There's also a what's it called? I don't want to embarrass myself either. This is the other thing, man. What's it called, man? The artillery strike instead of the bombing run. Is it Shotska? Shotska? Like I say, I've never cast the Russians, but it is slightly less effective than the bombing run in terms of where you actually want it to land. It is, sometimes it can be very good. It's a bit of a lottery on where it will land, but looks like the Duff Show and his squad have been pretty lucky. But the OPs will remain. They do survive. Oh, that was a good one. Got 2 there, I think. But the artillery will continue to rain down regardless of the effectiveness of the Russian artillery strike. You know when you hear people say a word but you can't remember how they've said it? That's what's happening to me right now. And I'd rather not make a fool of myself. I can read it, but I'm not going to go any further than that. I was looking for, yeah, there we go. I was gonna say I was looking for the artillery coming down. Very, very good for the professional to get the shells down on these OPs. He's gonna just keep shelling these 4 OPs. I mean, there's technically 5. They could possibly count 6 if he's gonna go either side of these houses. See, so he's got OPs and OPs, and he's just gonna keep shelling down onto these 2 and denying the respawn. You've got OP over on this bit here as well, and you've got an OP over here allowing for an attack onto St. Mary. But let's get the sound back on, please. And the only thing is you will get the kills, and it will be annoying, and people will spend some time in the respawn screen, but the OPs are immune to artillery fire and commander abilities, so they will remain. So it's either you keep shelling continuously, or you try and bet that they've moved on. Bit of lag there, that's me, not you guys, that's me. Game is a little bit laggy over here. I think we've got quite a lot of assets loading in. We've got Axis supplies down in a rather aggressive area. We've got 4 of the Soviet soldiers around, and in comes the P4 to try and cover the supplies. Looks like Smash is going to run up to it, but MG is out, denying the takedown on the supplies. We've got Steve here, who's likely running a satchel on the assault class here. He is pinging the P4. He's letting his teammates know. The spotter, is Steve going to jump out off the assault class? Tank is now stationary, and Steve is just... It's like they're just happy neighbours, I guess. Jonas. Jonas should have a satchel. Unless there's been a call to leave it to the tank crew of the Soviet. Yeah, there you go. You've got Bourbon. Let's see which way their turret was pointing, shall we? Sorry, totally forgot. IS-1. It's the Step family that took it down. Credit to them. Heavy tank with the elimination onto the P4. And where's the other heavy tank? They're just chilling up here by the Gary. So they've got 2 IS-1s in the fight, and they are moving up slowly but surely to support their infantry. Up to Lumberyard. Shots taken from the P4 over on the eastern side of the map. Let's go check them out, shall we? Where are they hiding? They are in cover, but they've got Aston, who is placing the satchel down. And the satchel does go down, but Ross with the elimination, and I think he may think that the tank is clear. I don't think they're going to find this, given, oh yeah, it's pretty well hidden. And Bumhead and Player are now on borrowed time, given it's about 10 seconds, I think. Extreme Luck is sacrificing himself to ensure the satchel was going off, and the tank, the P4, goes kaboom. The IS-1 crew will be very happy with that, and they can take their attention back to infantry. Both P4s eliminated in a matter of minutes there, and tank crews are now pretty comfortable. Bourbon moving his tank crew up towards Lumberyard, and we've got a couple of players moving up through the open field, but there is an embankment to hide behind. But we've got Wigan and Botty moving east towards the garrison. It's on the very map edge, which is possibly locking out the... Oh, they're about to take down the Gary there. It's over here, isn't it? No? Where am I looking? Sorry, they've already taken it down. And the repair station for good measure. Unknown Tribute, Camrad, Q-Badge and High Voltage. Well done from them. As I look away from Botty, he's nowhere to be seen, so we must just imagine he's decided to teleport to a better location in the map. And we've got Rosa, Bryn and Smith now pushing front door on this eastern side of the map, trying to prevent the progression of Kato Cameron and Gertie Brooks along with SpongeBob, but having a tough time over here by the looks of it. No tank support. No tank support for them. Doing pretty good work there though. Bryn and Rosa with the 2 limbs. I've just seen, yeah, supplies are down, and there seems to be a little like a mini battle going on here. This is like You could like almost draw a boundary around this and just kind of, you could just watch this. This is like a little arena. If I just draw this, this is like a little arena for this squad v squad fight we've got going on here. So we'll flip back to sound now. We've got Rosa, Koch, Bryn up against Extreme Look, Chaotic Hammer, Hasute, and Aston. Now down to it was 4v3. Now it's 3v3. Botty on the MG. Now I don't see that very often, but looks like Gertie Brooks and SpongeBob respawn off the OP back into this this small scale deathmatch we've got going on here for the ownership of these gardens. Rosa taking a little step outside the boundary there. Don't know if that's within the game rules, but and there we go. Botty on the MG42, looking up towards his teammates, making sure they get up the hill safely. Now, whilst I was watching this silly little deathmatch back and forth, which is quite funny, and we will come back to this. Sorry, I've got such an itchy nose. Horrible. Anyway, that's not. No one cares. Right. Back to the midpoint, and Thomas is the one pressuring the midpoint in the tower here for the Axis, but the Soviets are defending pretty well. We've got Goose, Kovblaze, Smash 69, and Tito on the defense, and I think Tito's sat in one of those. Yeah, Tito's in the sneaky little spot. I didn't actually know you could get up here till about maybe 2 or 3 months ago. I had no idea that this area was accessible with a clever little jump from the tower. But Tito's sitting happily up there overlooking. But it looks like the push from Axis has been repelled by the Soviets, and now I am going to go back over to the we'll call this the deathmatch arena between these two squads. It's funny that these two are kind of locked in here, because if one of them gives up, then they will just walk through and then have all of this space that heads either towards Lumberyard, or they'll have this space that leads towards the flanking route into St. Mary's. So it is an interesting little arrangement here. We've got Healdy, Gertie Brooks, Chaotic Hammer, and SpongeBob for the Soviet, and Tofa, Adam, DZK, Botty. Oh, there's quite a few spawns coming through now. We've got Langus, Clatter, Smith, Bryn, and Koch now for the Axis. Oh my god, I can't live with an itchy nose. I'm going to turn my camera off if this keeps happening. It's disgusting. Chaotic Hammer, SpongeBob on a tear, sorry. I thought Chaotic was the one shooting there, but I saw the muzzle flash of SpongeBob. Lines I thought I'd never say, but SpongeBob is an absolute murder machine right now. He's come a long way from the Krusty Krab. Big respawn off of the garrison here. Obviously call for reinforcements from Tofa. But Wigan, Adam DZ coming in off the outpost rather than the garrison. Smith, Wee Wee Devi, Langus, Tofa pushing up to try and clear this area. Now, they have currently done so. And there is only one OP remaining. Hang on. This is driving me absolutely crazy. Sorry, you'll just hear me scratching now. SpongeBob is on the attack. Right, let's bring myself back. Whoa, I'm back in, somehow magicked in. SpongeBob, the sole defender currently, but there has been a respawn wave off of the OP. Rockets away to try and take down the OP, but in the wrong location. The front door defense is doing very well, I must give it to them. They've recognised their weakness, asked for reinforcements, and they have almost managed to push through to the was it Prep Squad? Yeah, Prep Squad's attacking outpost. Got to get your words out, Highway. Bloody hell. We've even got Nagat Squad in the trench up here somewhere. Can't see it. It's on the map. Look at the numbers here. Oh dear. You see, it's very interesting when I can see the pings from my artillery, because I know where the artillery is going to come down. And he has just pinged this area, which is If he can get a shell in there, he's going to get maybe 4. Oh dear me. Oh dear me. That is going to be a lovely artillery shell if he can get this right. He can get his calculations done quickly. Sorry, I know there's a big fight going on over there, but this is... I need to do the professional favour here and capture this wonderful shot. Duff Show, Sausage Surprise and Roseburg sat all on the same wall. Artillery due in maybe 15 seconds. I'm not sure if he's adjusted his gun already, but the shell will be coming sooner or later. Will there be a spawn off of the OP before it falls? There you go. Artillery just a little too far. Needs to pull it back slightly, but Wigan, Smith, Roseburg. So there you go. Gets the 2 kills of the defenders, but if a little later he would have got AK and Plague as well. Artillery coming down for the defensive run onto Lumberyard, but Camrad and High Voltage are now in the strong point of Lumberyard. The only 2 there, no resistance from the south, only a heavy tank, only the Tiger tank. But now Roseburg, Smith are going to maybe struggle to get across this open area. Camrad and High Voltage, along with the artillery, keeping this area locked down. Now, Smith is up against it here, yeah. Artillery keeping them suppressed. Camrad and High Voltage could pull off a wonder play here, an unknown tribute, along with even Q Badger's getting in on the suppression now. 4 players on the attack, and that's all it's taken to start the point cap. Sorry, there are some others in the cap weight here, sorry. But to start it from the strong point, they've done very well. Now, Greedy Fox, the Axis commander, probably in a bit of a panic that he's going to lose his job. He is on the rush to build backup garrisons to allow his teammates to spawn in at a better location. Unknown Tribute with his OP on the backside of Lumberyard. So not too bothered about the risks they have to take here, because respawning will only take a matter of seconds, somewhere between 20 and 10 seconds to get back in the fight. Now Aston spawning in off the outpost. I think he's with Unknown Tribute, but Unknown Tribute should be calling for squad hops here to get random teammates into the Baker squad outpost to ensure that that point comes through. Extreme and Hasute on the area of outpost. Now friendly fire coming on from the professional, but he's ensuring that that area was cleared, and Lumberyard is going to be flipped here. I can't remember what the rules are on Final Cap, but I remember previously... Hi Game Guy, thank you for coming in, man. Appreciate your support. I think the rules state you try not to cap 5th unless there's under half an hour remaining. Lumberyard is contested now. Big spawn wave off of the garrison built up by Greedy Fox, and got played Andy Mack, Man Pickle, Captain Koch, AK, Sausage Surprise and Topher now running in, scrambling even back to Lumberyard to defend it. But whilst this is all going on, I have noticed that the Axis have started to cap the midpoint now. Have the Soviets committed too early to Lumberyard? Has Camrad and Unknown Tribute asked for too many people to be up on the front line? Now, defense is struggling. Defensive spawn to the east of, no, to the west, sorry, of St. Mary's, and Green Cat, Tito, Raffis and Black Shark, the only survivors off of the garrison. I think there may have been an AT rocket from Biscuit. This is Biscuit if you're wondering, but I can't pronounce Polish names, I'm sorry. I did not read my Polish language handbook before this game, but yeah, the attack has been dealt with, actually. We've got Yab and Green Cat now sitting in St. Mary's with a smile on their faces, given the attack has been pushed back. But now we've got, as I said, the Goose, but he's just Goose. Taken down by Sergeant Panzerfarts. Now let's stick with Panzerfarts for a little flanking move here. He's just looked at Ninek thinking it was an enemy. Oh, he's looked at the tank, sorry. He has looked at the tank, and the tank is indeed enemy medium for... Wait, what the hell's going on here? This is beautiful. Who the hell did this? This has been lovely. What a lovely little spot for a garrison, and just supplies to go with it. But Panzerfahrt's fallen victim to the T-34 with McBabs, Patrick, and Lieutenant Moose. Now, I haven't bumped into these fellas yet. Sorry, guys. New tank crew on the scene, but doing their job well and smelling out the flanking move from Sergeant Panzerfahrts. But I am pretty biased with Panzerfahrts. I love his name and I love saying that he's doing good things, but unfortunately that came to an end right there, right then. General Guna, there we go. The squad of hilarious names here. General Guna and Panzerfahrts moving in from the northeast of St. Mary's. Realising that there was... Oh, he's seen Green Cat. Shots away from Panzer, and Green Cat now taking cover, checking over the... Oh, bit of a risky move jumping. I'm not sure if that was the right decision from Green Cat, but Panzerfahrts capitalises on the mistake, moves in, reloads his rifle ready for the next gunfight. And where's he moving to? Has he sniffed out the garrison? Has he sniffed out an outpost? Who knows? He hears it, and he gets it taken down. Panzerfahrts. Oh, sugar! Yab with the covering fire from the tower up there. Like Rapunzel in her tower. He has not put his hair down, but he has instead put down some bullets onto the defensive garrison and kept it alive. I'm sure Panzerfahrts will be back though. Yeah, 2 OPs in this area actually. We've got Panzerfahrts and we've got Panic Mechanic, who is paired up with T9. But Panzerfahrt's now moving back in for that garrison. He says, "No way, I'm not done yet. I know where your garrison is, guys. I'm not done yet. I'm going to run back." Don't think he's aware that Yab can probably see him right now. Oh, he is aiming up into the window. He does know. I apologise for doubting your level of awareness, Panzerfahrts, but now this is where it could get interesting. He is... Oh, Yab is just a good shot. Yab is a good shot. With that... Is it the Pish Pish? It is the Pish Pish. Pretty impressive to... he hasn't even got the drum mag on. Oh, okay. General Guna says, "You want to sit in this tower? I'll just walk up behind you and you'll be so focused on your defensive garrison that I'll just come along and shoot you in the back." But yeah, General Guna, obviously ordered by Panzerfahrts to get up there, clear him out. Major tip toucher with the... Oh, sugar. As he realised... I think Brad's just been friendly fired by Kov. Tip toucher ensuring that no man gets out alive with a rocket to the floor onto Kov players and Brad. Oh, amazing work from those guys. Well done, Panzerfahrts and his squad. Well done. And this might just be the swing here, the win condition, getting rid of that garrison. But there is still a garrison to the west for the Soviets, who are pushing back in off of there. Green Cat in the tower. Does he know General Guna is above him? Does General Guna know? He does know. He heard the stomping of a Green Cat moving up. But defensive numbers are coming back in. Boff, Laws, and Yab back to claim his tower. Rocket goes out onto General Guna, and General Guna is literally no more. Body parts flying. Here we go. This is the team to watch right now. This is the squad here. I mean, I think Panzerfahrts will love this. I know he watches these back, but he is on the flanking position, and oh, he's just jumped at a fence rather than over it, and it has ended up getting him killed, but not until he took out Boff in return, and the OP will allow him to get straight back in the fight. Now, guys, I know what you're doing. I like it. I like this back. this backdoor attack you've got going, but I can't just watch the one team the whole game. That would be unfair to the rest of these attendees and everyone else who has signed up. But looks like there's maybe there is a decent push coming in here onto Lumberyard. You can see here we've got, oh my goodness me, we've got a peace strike alert. What's the peace strike alert on? It is on the tank. Cactus is satcheling the tank, so it's probably going to move fairly soon. But the Tiger's going to get a peace strike. This is it. My peace strike debut. Here it comes. Peace strike on the Tiger. We finally caught one. Great work from Moomin there with the peace strike, and a direct hit on the Tiger tank, which was taken cover by the train car, and Moomin ensuring that the strike came in from the west, and great communication there from the SLs. Great shot from the commander. Now this is the push onto Lumberyard. They're being overruled on the western side here. We've got the likes of Chaotic Hammer, Sergeant Brecky, Camrad and Dial moving up through this area, ensuring the outposts and garrisons are destroyed and really crippling the defensive kind of, what's the word, force, the defensive respawns and their positioning, whereas they see all of them have had to pretty much respawn in that position, and I think it's going to get called out pretty soon. And Brecky, Camrad, Extreme Luck, Laws, all looking that way. The cap is still going through, and there's a lot of blueberries in the capture strong point. A pretty open field. Where are the tanks though? Where are the Soviet tanks? The tank is getting chased by T9 over in this direction. T9 is chasing down the IS-1. But this is where the action is, and the strong point, the capture bar is filling up with a lot of blue right now. Looks like Unknown Tribute is still keeping that attack up. Unknown Tribute doing very well for the Soviets here, along with Tito and Nano as the other SLs in the area. Q badge is set up on the MG, and that is the flip on Lumberyard taken for the Soviets. Very well played. The overwhelming push from the west, I would argue. Oh, and they are rushing straight into 5th. 36 minutes. I'm not sure if there was a rule set, but Dial, Majay Khan, Jonas, as I said my name, but Jonas, Tani, all on the 5th point here. And this could be curtains for the entire game, not just one player. But Greedy Fox asking the light tank now to get in there and clear the infantry from the defensive position. Big spawn wave off of, the Lux is moving in. But Tani is AT waiting, lying in the cover. Well, not lying, but waiting in cover. Sees the light tank, but not sure if he has I'm not sure what AT class he's running, but he is running in the opposite direction, and he's been eliminated. But this is interesting. The OPs have been replaced in the even the reinforced came out from Axis, but it wasn't enough. Sitka and Grozekoki both getting their OPs down in this position. AK and Plague now sat on the outskirts of Lumberyard, but trying to excuse me, sorry, unprofessional as hell. But they are trying to hold this position, given the worth that this area has for both attacking and defending Lumberyard. I mean, both teams want this. If this were a Monopoly square, I'd argue this is probably like Fleet Street or something. If you're playing the English version, of course. I mean, well, I'm not sure what the other versions have there, but maybe Bond Street. But yeah, one of the reds or the greens. This is a pretty good set of houses to have, and you'd want some hotels on it if you could. aka Garrison, but I quite like the Monopoly analogy for describing map areas. I might use that again, but Bomberclap Brad and HELLEU now pushing their way through, and they're probably going to take down these OPs, given that they just need to step within a couple of meters and get it taken down. AK trying to desperately defend the... sorry, early morning, I was up at 5. AK. Bomberclap Brad with the kill onto AK, and now he's going to move through and get these OPs, I think. He just needs to hop a couple of fences, but he's taking caution. Taking caution indeed. This is the win, not the win condition, but it is a great area to have clear. I've scratched my face so much today, man. I'm sure I've got a hair curling around into my nose or something. Bomberclap Brad moving up. There are OPs there waiting to be... They're asking to be destroyed. Bomberclap heads into the house for safety. Moving through and peers around the doorway. Where are the OPs? One's been taken down or moved. I don't think it was taken down by him. But he's moving up with Aston and HELLEU. Next OP has also been taken down, but it wasn't him. It was Chaotic Hammer or SpongeBob that took down the other OP. Plague and the Duff Show. Only team mates on Axis remaining in this area. We've got the Soviet supply drop coming down onto Boff's location. Moomin moving up to get the garrison up. And let's follow Boff, shall we? He's on a bit of an off angle here. No one really around him. Probably spawned in a garrison and has had a long run. He is backed up with Stephen Kovbler, so maybe not. Maybe the OP was around there. I'm not sure what squad he is in, but moves up to the Tiger wreckage, and we're moving up to half an hour remaining. We've got a bombing run out from the Axis through Lumberyard, but the only one it killed, I think, was already incapacitated. So just confirming that one kill with the bombing run. An interesting orientation of the bombing run. I would have maybe done this east-west to try and get this area, which is desirable, or the opposite side. Not sure what that was. That a P? No. Artillery maybe coming down as well for Axis onto Lumberyard, but now Soviets have set up a pretty good defence now onto Lumberyard. We've got the T-34 coming in from Bourbon, Daddy Dooku and Ronnie. Oh, I do like that noise. It's like tank ASMR. Tank moving up to a covered position, and what was that? Was that a satchel? I'm not sure what that was, but right, maybe artillery. Could be artillery. Medium coming out of the middle spawn, down the middle road, and let's see what they do with it. Where's the next tank? Oh, they are about to bump into the T-34, or is it the Step family? No, it's McBabs, Patrick and Moose. And the P4 moves up with their gun turned slightly towards them, but I think the T-34 is going to get first shot. Yes, they see it. They get first shot on the side of the tank of Bumhead, Ross and Player. Ross opting for the gunner seat this time, rather than the... And I'm very sorry guys, but the T-34 just had the drop. And back for a new tank, I think, guys. That one is scrap. Lovely place for an AT gun over here. That's quite cheeky. Shots up onto the train tracks, where that Tiger was that was P-striked. So glad I got that. A lovely P-strike from the commander. Again, Moomin doing great work with his commander abilities. Now, who have we got over here? We've got Unknown Tribute on the front line again. This guy seems to get everywhere and is always in the part of the action. At the forefront of the team. Plague. Smoke coming out now. Interesting strategy. A lot of blueberries moving up with the T-34 in support. We've got Can I get through all these names before someone dies? Let's see. Hildy, Tito, Laws, Badger, the Q kind, Camera, Dial, Cactus, Mitch, and Jonas. Moving up for the Blueberries and Plague. Let's say Plaque. Plague, Thomas, Torfa, the defending Raspberry. This is Bourbon's tank, I believe. It is indeed. High Voltage and Brecky joining the fight now, along with Cat. I think Cactus was already mentioned, but this is a good little. This is going to be a good little fight, I think, over these houses, unless they can get to the key is covering. Bloody hell! Look at the concentration of blueberries there. Though there is a supply drop coming down, which means the commander wants to get a garrison up in that location, and the garrison from the Axis is currently set up. Where is it currently set up? Oh, it's there. Okay, I couldn't see it. It looked like it was to the right of the thing, not to the. I wouldn't expect it on the front, but anyway, interesting. Respawns come in off of the garrison, and the defenders are coming up out on top right now. Interesting back and forth battle there with the supplies down. Will who's there? Will Tito get the, or Tribute get the garrison up? And we'll have two garrisons within around 25 meters of one another, which is always interesting. T-34 moving up the very map edge and may see the garrison and splash the side of the building. I think they may have seen it. They've also got the IS-1 moving up, which will be the Step Bros. No, sorry, there's the... I knew I would say it, but anyway, the Step family tank crew have not seen or splashed the garrison yet. It's down a little dip, and both tank crews now perhaps asking for a repair station. This is a stronghold here on the eastern side of the map. Now, two tanks, a very attacking garrison, which needs to be built approximately here. I don't think they're going to get it really up in the blue zone unless it's very exposed, but the commander may need to destroy the one behind and just move that behind the line. There's only a matter of meters in it, but IS-1 is under attack from, it must be the Tiger tank. Tiger tank takes fire, but it has got a rep station, and that is the IS-1 destroyed. T-34 moves up to carry the baton. T-34 stays in cover, knowing that the Tiger cannot be front penetrate. I don't think it can be front penetrate. I might be wrong. Usually I'm on these things, but we've got Botti now moving up. He needs to try and sniff out the medium. Oh, little mine or something perhaps there. Brad. Oh, I think that's his squad mate, as in clan mate. Sorry. And Botti with the satchel now. He will be glad I've captured this, I think. Satchel down from Botti, and I'm not sure what the time is on because I am not on the team of the Axis, but Botti moves up. Q Badger tries the cheeky spade kill and gets punished for it. Botti taken down, but are they going to push up towards the satchel? The satchel may have been better placed. I mean, he probably wouldn't have got it off if he did, but it may have been better to be placed on the... Yeah, it goes off, but doesn't get any... I don't think it got anyone, did it? Maybe it got Brecky, but unsure. But it wasn't as effective as I think he was hoping. Seems that the Axis are trying to do the same strategy, looping around the back onto Lumberyard. But there is some great organisation here from the Soviets. I mean, they've got, let's do a little map analysis. They've got this big respawn area here, just piling pressure down this hill. High ground is key. Same here. I think they must have an outpost in this area. Again, just putting pressure down here. And then you've got your defensive spawns, which are around here. And obviously you've got another Gary or OP back here. But the Axis are pushing in, trying to push in from these three directions, and are not opting to try and push through heavily on the south approach. Now, let's get back on the sound. That's what it looks like to me anyway. Yeah, you can see they're just kind of holding off enough, but I mean, the Soviets are pushing down the hill towards the final cap point, and the recon team will be causing some trouble back here. They'll be pinging that Tiger tank. Otter and what's the other fella? Sorry, other fella. Don't know why I'm trying to do this. I just something like that. Crooner and Otter now opting for a very far east position. Looking across to the hill, supporting Dial, who is on the push loadout for the squad leader. Now the accuracy is going to suffer when using the push, and the rifles at long range obviously will prevail. Dead Otter patching himself up. Not sure what he took damage from there, but someone found them. Someone was looking over. Possibly King squad. Andy Mack. No, he wasn't looking over. He can't see there. Who the hell was shooting him? I don't know. But anyway, right, I digress. But yeah, it seems that the Soviets are putting just enough up on the front door to keep them busy on defence, and now the call for arms at the Western Front have come out, and strafing run to cover the garrison. But this is not going to be, I mean, a strafing run is not going to take down a light tank. The Lukes is moving in and Lukesing for the garrison. I'm here all week, but it looks like Biscuit's going to get there beforehand. Looks like there was some anger shots fired there to try and let them know that they wanted the kill. Ross and Bumhead, along with Play a bunch of numbers. They have not spotted the AT gun. Oh, a little unfortunate there to hit the cooking pot. After that garrison takedown, it looks like Lumberyard is under threat from the Axis. AK, how has AK got into this position? That's a wonderful little spot, along with Biscuit and the tank crew. Recon plane has come out, and I think from the position it looks like Axis. I didn't see a notification in the top left of my screen which would tell me it was the Soviet recon plane. We have got the Step family bringing out medium tank, and we've got Lieutenant Moose, Patrick and McBabs in the light, and we still have Bourbon along with Daddy Dooku and Ronnie in the T-34. Now, over halfway cap here for Axis. Is this going to be what happens for the remainder of the game? It'll be a fight over St. Mary's. Not too many on the defensive. We've got Ben Lipifor, Tani, Rafis, Badger, Q Badger, Boff. Big spawn wave off of the garrison or OP here. OP it is. And Kirk, G-Crow and General Gooner, along with Jim Tom and Wigan Smackhead, are running into an army a little bigger than their own. But they have to try and push this. The cap is currently getting reverted on Lumberyard. And there has been, interestingly, a cap begun onto 5th, which of course is overpass. I knew that. Yeah, it looks like the Soviets have got the numbers in the strong point. The Tiger tank setting up for repairs, or maybe looking for a satchel or something. Got I don't think I've seen this crew yet. We've got Cuppa, we've got Ware and Addis MG, or Addy SMG. Whoa, what a rocket from Camrad. Beautiful stuff. Takes down one of the repair stations that they've just built, and it takes down the tank crew. And that was a satchel, right? Was it a satchel? It didn't take out the repair station, but the Tiger falling is probably going to be the final straw for Axis, and the cap coming out onto overpass. Big spawn wave off of the not the HQ, but the garrison, which has been set up as a backup. There is the light tank in there. Great work from, no, not the light tank, the medium tank, Urban in the T-34, putting some pressure on and delaying the respawn. Oh, if they get a shot off here, this will be crazy. Do they get the shot off? Do they turn the turret in time? They are looking in the wrong direction. But I don't think they're going to be bothered because the cap is going to come through onto overpass, I think. And a last second airhead down. Bombing run comes out onto overpass, and that's a beautiful bombing run from Greedy Fox onto overpass, but it was not enough. Oh, bugger. Hang on. No! I'm going to get copyright struck. I'm going to get copyright struck. Oh, thank God for that. Whew. I had music on for like one game. Right, we got the music off. But anyway, that is the end of the game, and victory goes to the Soviets with a final cap and a winning score of 5-0. And I'm going to give it to Unknown Tribute, you know. Unknown Tribute was everywhere. The MVP for me, Unknown Tribute. And I think on the losing side, who was up there? There was names up there. Let me flick through the scoreboard real quick. Remind myself of some names. But well done to Unknown Tribute. And I'm going to give it to... Who was that squad that were behind? It was Panzerfarts. Yeah, Panzerfarts. And his entire squad, really. But this has happened before and I've given it to him. But he gets the second one. Panzerfarts gets the player of the match for the losing side with the great positioning, decision making, pushes onto St. Mary's, flanking manoeuvre, like wonderful stuff. Love to see it. But well played to everyone. Unfortunate to lose 5-0. I think it was kind of unfortunate trying to balance the attacking and defending forces there. Right, but anyway, that is the end of the stream, and if you watch this on YouTube, the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If you have liked the video, there is a button specifically for that, and if you want to see some more Hell Let Loose content from me, please do consider clicking that subscribe button on YouTube. It's free, and it really does help the channel a fair bit. If you do want to follow me on Twitch and see these live, link will be in the description. And similarly, if you want to subscribe on there, that does cost. But if you do want to support me, that's probably the best way of doing so. But I appreciate you all anyway. I'm happy with just the views. I am not that guy. It's just I like to say it in case you are not aware that that's all set up. But anyway, no, thank you for the views, thank you for the support, and thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.